Of course I didn't tell them about the, well, unfortunate history of the apartment. They definitely would not have paid so much money for it if I did. Well, you know as well as I do that it isn't easy being a real estate agent these days. Not with all this competition. You gotta do anything to get a deal, even hiding the truth from oblivious buyers. Yes, exactly. Sure, no problem. See you at work tomorrow.
Dad!
What, Azura? I'm busy right now.
Busy lying to people?
What did you say?
How could you trick your clients like that? They are just looking to buy a decent home for themselves.
Azura, you don't understand how my business works.
No, I don't understand how you work. What you are doing is wrong.
You are lying. And according to the categorical imperative, lying is always wrong.
Earning money by cheating is always wrong.
What's going on?
I do what I do for this family. You think your classmates have a room as big as yours? I make these deals so that you can live comfortably.
You're hardly ever home. Don't pretend you care about us.
You weren't so ungrateful when you were younger.
Camelot, you've turned such a strange color. Oh no, time travel again. I'm really not in the mood for this. Ugh.
And just what do you think you're doing in my office, young lady?
I don't know, sir. To be honest, I just found myself in here.
Have you been crying?
I had a fight with my father. I'm sorry. I'll leave immediately.
A fight with your father, eh? No wonder you're hiding in here then. Oh, please, do have a seat. By the time I was 8 years old, I had read 6 dialogues of Plato in Greek, mathematics, Latin, history, logic, literature, politics. My father taught me everything. He once said to me, "John Stuart Mill, you are a prodigy." But I wonder sometimes if I was little more than an experiment in education to him.
John Stuart Mill, the famous philosopher. It doesn't sound like you had a very happy childhood.
Happy? Perhaps not, but without my father's education, I wouldn't have achieved so much. Sometimes the ends justify the means.
But that doesn't mean the way he treated you was okay.
Well, I look at the consequences of what he did, and his gift of knowledge has brought me a much more important kind of happiness.
Are you really happy?
Harriet, it's a pleasure to see you. What a welcoming sight you are, as always.
Charming as ever, John, but we have no time for niceties at the moment. There is a big protest nearby. It is turning into quite a scene. You must come and see. What's your name? Azura! Nice to meet you, Azura. And your lovely little friend, too. You haven't answered my question yet, Mr. Mill. Are you really happy?
Do you think these people are happy?
They look pretty happy, I guess.
It appears so. We all seek happiness. So, a right action is one that increases happiness or decreases pain in the end. This is called the greatest happiness principle. But I think happiness is more than simple physical pleasure. What of knowledge, emotion, imagination, or integrity? These higher pleasures are more important than anything else. Surely, it is better to be a wise person like Socrates than a fool. Even if Socrates feels unsatisfied, at least he is still able to experience these higher pleasures. The fool can satisfy himself with simple pleasures only.
I don't know. At least the fool feels satisfied. Oh, here it is!
Anyhow, the happiness of one individual means very little when we have the happiness of the whole of humanity to think about.
Mill is right. There was a huge fire at the factory last night. Dozens of people were seriously injured and taken to hospital. My friend, who was a nurse, had to make a very difficult decision. What was it? The hospital couldn't treat everyone. My friend had to give up on those who were less likely to survive. Thus, she could save more lives.
That's horrible. How could a nurse willingly let people die? Isn't that unfair to those who were left untreated?
I think my friend did the right thing. She minimized the number of deaths and maximized the number of people she saved. That's the greatest happiness principle.
The working class are people too. We deserve better wages.
Our voices matter.
Go home, all of you. You're nothing but common rubbish. You will run this country into the ground.
Who do you think you are?
People, remember what you are here fighting for. You have all faced many injustices in your lives, but we will only get what we want by being respectful to one another. Put down your fists and use your words, your passion. No matter who you are, everyone in this grand world deserves liberty and equal rights. And slowly but surely, we will get them. It is morally right to increase the happiness not only for the few, but of the many. Never forget that we are the many, and what is right will prevail.
That's right.
Yeah. Hooray!
Mr. Mill? Harriet?
What? We're going back already? Dad, do you think the ends justify the means?
What do you mean?
Should we use whatever methods it takes for us to achieve our goal if the goal is a good one?
Yes, maybe.
But how do you know what goals are best?
If what I do makes my family safe, well-fed, happy, and my children well-educated, then I know what I am doing is right.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, Azura.
Is my father a utilitarian then? He cares about the people closest to him, his family. But what about other people? What about society? Humanity? Mill cared about whether or not our actions increased the overall happiness of everyone. But my father obviously doesn't care about the people he lies to. I don't think I'll ever agree with my father, but at least I think I understand him a little more now.